now you got Boots Ennis in your weight class.
Definitely.
What do you think about him?
Oh, he's very, very talented. He's unproven, but he's very talented.
Yeah.
The eye test tells it all. He's got the it, but we haven't seen him against any elite fighter. We've never seen him tested. So until then, we just going to keep saying, oh, Boots, 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 until he meet that fighter that's going to test him.
Is that a fight that you would be interested in?
Nah, it just don't make sense right now in my career. Like I said, especially money-wise, don't nobody really know Boots, but
right.
I'm looking for bigger, better challenges like Canelo.
You're just looking for the big ones.
Yeah.
The big fish.
Yeah.
Fish fry.
Definitely. Definitely. Them the guys I'm looking for,
Terence Crawford has finally responded to the recently leaked training footage of Jaron "Boots" Ennis. And from the looks of it, Crawford has a serious message for him. After watching the new clips of Ennis, the undefeated and explosive rising star of American boxing, Crawford's reaction came off as a clear warning. While Ennis has been training like a man possessed ahead of his next fight, Crawford reminded everyone why he's still on top. This isn't about clout or social media callouts anymore. It's about legacy and respect. As Crawford himself said, there are levels to this. It all started when new footage of Ennis's training went viral this week. And honestly, it was insane. Boots looked like a machine, lightning-fast mitt-work, crazy reflex drills, and footwork that screamed Prime Crawford 2.0. The clip spread all over X, YouTube, and Instagram with captions like, "The next bud is here," and "Crawford 2 has entered the chat." Even promoter Eddie Hearn joined in, calling Ennis the new Crawford and saying their fight would be the best matchup in American boxing.
Terence is only going to fight Boots if there's loads of money on the line, because he knows how good Ennis is, and he's not going to fight anymore unless it's for a lot of money. So we have to do what we say. We have to prove the quality of Ennis, and he has to earn his shot against Crawford. But that is the fight that I look at in 9 to 12 months' time, 3 fights down the line. And I think US fight fans are going to be crying out for that fight. Like, you imagine if we beat Lima on Saturday, we beat Ortiz, we beat Fundora or Mertzalayev or Zayas. Everyone will be calling for Ennis v Crawford.
I think a lot of fans are crying for that now.
They have been for years.
Yeah.
But the reality is, we still need to, it's not, I think everyone who, like I say, everybody that knows boxing.
Yeah, boxing fans.
One that knows how good Ennis is, go, me, what a fight. That is unbelievable. But still, you've got to educate people that Ennis is as good as I say he is. Right? And you do that by beating the champion. So we've got work to do.
Normally, Crawford stays calm about these things, but this time he didn't hold back. In a recent interview after a press event, a reporter showed him the Ennis footage and asked what he thought about people calling Boots the next version of him. Crawford smirked and replied, "If he's the next me, he's got a long way to go. People talk about highlights, I talk about history. He's in the gym hitting pads, I'm in the record books beating legends." That wasn't just a response, it was a warning. Crawford made it clear that this isn't about social media hype, it's about proving that even as the next generation rises, the throne still belongs to him. He's 42-0 with 31 knockouts and became a 5-division world champion after dismantling Canelo Alvarez to become undisputed at 168 pounds.
Canelo couldn't really keep up with him, he was too fast, his feet, footwork was too good.
Do you think the scores was right on, or do you think maybe it was a little more towards Bud?
What was the scorecards?
115, 113, 116, 112.
Yeah, that's about right.
Yeah?
I feel like Bud damn near basically won every round, so.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's about right. You can say that.
Now, with this accomplishment, Keyshawn, is he on the Mount Rushmore of boxers?
Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
Yeah?
3-time undisputed. Mm-hmm. He just beat Canelo.
Yeah.
The face of boxing. So now you can say Bud is the face of boxing.
Greatest of all time, or?
Greatest of all time.
Yeah.
I don't feel like it can never be one great, but he definitely one of the greatest of all time, for sure.
No one else has done that, not Mayweather, not Pacquiao, not Canelo. So when Ennis's team started mentioning his name alongside Crawford's, it struck a nerve. Eddie Hearn has been hyping it up as destiny, saying, Crawford versus Ennis is the fight for American boxing. Crawford knows how talented Boots is, he's not afraid, but he knows it's a real challenge.
I think the perfect weight for Boots is 160. I think he could go there now and be in his absolute prime. He'll be tight at 54 tomorrow. People think that when you move up in weight, all of a sudden it's easy. He's massive. He will 100% go to 168 at some point. So right there, you've got a 4-division championship. But I don't want him just to be a 4-division champion. I want him to be undisputed in those, because I think he's the natural progressor to Terence Crawford. I think he's of the same kind of ability as Terence Crawford. And what Crawford's done is amazing, because he was undisputed in 3 weight classes.
Yeah, you got to prove it in a ring.
Of course you have. It's very well me saying it. But you've got to prove it in a ring. But you've also, people know in boxing. So everyone's always known how good Crawford was. But it took him a long time to get the opportunities to prove it. We've got to make sure that we're not 36, 37, 38 when we're getting those opportunities. Because if Boots can get it at 29, 30, he's going to be around 34, 35. He lives a clean life. Do you know what I mean? I think this guy, I truly believe, I think he could be one of the all-time greats.
That's when Crawford sent another message straight from Omaha: you can't copy greatness, you can only chase it. There's only one Bud Crawford, and I'm still active.
Terence Crawford against Jaron Ennis, for me, is the best fight in American boxing. But it needs to be a payday for Crawford that would get him interested, because Crawford knows how good Boots is. And I'm not saying that Crawford thinks he's going to lose to Boots, but he knows that is a real fight. But for me, Boots is the new Crawford. We've just got to go out and get the fights to show how great he is.
Fans went crazy. Social media exploded, with half saying Boots is the future and half insisting Bud is still untouchable.
He's not me.
Yeah.
You know, as much as a lot of people, you know, say we have similarities, and, you know, we switch a lot and we fight a lot. He's not me, you know, and I'm not him. So.
Yeah. Tim had said comparison that like he's like a Chrysler 300 and you're like a Bentley.
Yeah, like once again, like he's not me. You know, he's trying to get to where I'm at. You know, he's where he at, I'm where I'm at. You know, he got a long way to go.
Now, let's talk about Boots. His record speaks for itself: 34 wins, 30 knockouts. He's a former unified welterweight champion and now holds the WBA and Ring Magazine titles at 154 after defeating Imantas Stanionis earlier this year. At just 28 years old, he's not only winning, he's dominating. He trains smart, moves fast, and hits hard. His combinations are sharp, his defense slick, and his boxing IQ is off the charts.
And, you know, obviously we're here in Philadelphia, Boots Ennis, Eddie, a couple other people, you know, called Boots the natural successor to Terence Crawford, and obviously I know your relationship with him. Do you feel that high on Boots as well, or?
Hell yeah, I think Boots is a hell of a fighter. I don't know about the natural sensation, whatever that is to Terence Crawford, I think Boots is his own fighter, Terence is his own fighter, but I think they both hell of a fighters. I've been around Boots for years, and he's the truth.
And last one for me, I'll let you go. Obviously, everyone's talking about a potential fight, you and Teofimo. Is there any updates to that? I mean, is that something that you are looking towards?
Yeah, that's the fight I want. So, ain't no updates. I don't speak business until the deal is done, so nothing to talk about.
Even Canelo Alvarez used Ennis as a sparring partner before fighting Crawford. After the match, Canelo admitted that even Boots' speed didn't prepare him for Crawford's precision. That says it all.
World-class Honda? What does he mean?
He said world-class fighter. I guess he's trying to say if you're a world-class fighter.
Sign a contract. Exactly, sign a contract. If he wanted to fight, he would have stayed at 47. He obviously said he said he wanted to move up in comments to be undisputed at 54 or something like that. So, yeah, he definitely did say that too. Exactly. Yeah.
We ain't worried about, right now we ain't worried about Crawford. We're going to clean 147 now, and then we're going to move to 154. If he there and he got a belt, we coming after him. Simple as that.
Because even when Ennis is at his best, Crawford's still a step ahead.
All right, super quick. We just witnessed a destruction by Jaron Ennis. What do you think?
I think that was a great introduction to 154. His power carry, and he did his thing. So, congrats to Boots.
What do you think's next for Boots Ennis? I mean, what options are there at 154 in your mind for him?
I want to see him fight either the winner of Birch or Erickson Lubin, or maybe like Fundora or somebody. I'll be a good fight.
And what about for yourself?
I'm back top of next year, defending my world title in a big fight.
Appreciate you, champ.
After Crawford's victory over Canelo, Jaron Ennis himself gave him full respect. He told Ariel Helwani, "He just beat Canelo, the face of boxing, so that makes Crawford the face of boxing right now." Boots added that he's learning from Bud's example, moving up weight classes, facing tougher opponents, and staying active year-round. His debut at 154 against Luis Mal Lima was pure domination, a statement that he's ready for bigger names. But Crawford isn't impressed by flash or training videos. As he said, "It's not about looking good on camera, it's about performing under the lights against legends." When asked if he'd ever face Ennis, Crawford replied, "He's got talent, no doubt, but I'm not going back down to 154. If he wants legacy, he can move up." That's the message. If Ennis wants Bud, he has to chase him.
Yeah, more than one time, yeah, and he helped me really good, and I'm very grateful with him. We have history because 14 years ago, his older brother, Ennis, helped me for when I fought Shane Mosley and Alfonso Gomez. So that's why we have history with the Ennis family, and I'm very grateful with him taking the time and go there and give me some work.
Crawford is now the undisputed champ at 168, and rumors suggest he might move to 160 next, aiming for a 6th division title. That's historic. But his warning didn't end there. He added, "I've been that young, hungry fighter before, but greatness isn't earned through talk. It's earned by beating fighters no one thought you could beat. Until Boots does that, he's still in the shadow." That hit hard because Ennis hasn't yet faced a true superstar. Eddie Hearn keeps pushing for the fight, but Bud's not giving away the crown easily. At 38, he's sharper than ever, mentally, physically, and technically.
Do you think Ennis is the guy to give Crawford like trouble in there if they were ever to fight?
I think that'll be a great fight. You know, the young hungry lion versus the legend. That would be a hell of a fight. Maybe 160. If it's a vacant title at 160, I think that they can make that happen for sure. I think it just has to make sense for both parties. You know what I mean? Yeah, I think if there's a vacant belt, Crawford's gonna want to be 6th division champion, and then he'll make Ennis move up to 160. I think they could do it at 160.
As one trainer said, Crawford's now in the phase where every fight is chess, not checkers. Boots might be fast, but Bud's thinking 3 moves ahead.
Would you consider going back down to 154 and face Jaron Ennis, the guy who prepared Canelo Alvarez for this fight?
Nope. I ain't going down 154.
The boxing world is divided. Team Crawford says Boots hasn't earned it yet and is still in his prospect phase. Team Ennis says Crawford is avoiding the torch handoff.
Man, great. Bud always been like that. Without a question, solid. You know what I'm saying? Solid.
You think there's anything left for him, Coach, or is it time for Bud to move on? Or
I'm trying to figure out who he gonna fight next.
160, you can see him fight going
I wouldn't do nothing crazy. He looked at excellent. Hey, he looked at excellent.
Is there anybody the most from
No, I'm trying to figure out what their team gonna do next. I want to see what's
He's
next.
talking about 160, Coach. I mean, the only thing down there is maybe like a middleweight tournament, 2 fights to undisputed, something like that. But if not that, then what for Bud?
Who?
Well, they were talking about Jaron Ennis going to 160, possibly going. Jaron Ennis going to 160.
If he go to 160, then we got another mega fight.
You think that's a mega fight?
I don't know that yet, but I'm saying, and the boxing fans that know boxing would say that's another mega fight.
What would?
In truth, it's not fear, it's strategy.
You know, Terence is your man.
Yeah.
Bud your man.
Yeah.
You know the fight niggas want to see, bro.
What?
Boots. You know niggas want to see Boots, bro.
Bro, Terence is different, bro. I just know that man is different. That's what I'm saying. I've never been in the ring with Boots. Yeah. I'm not saying Boots ain't different or you know, not good at all.
I think it would be a good fight, but I just think, you know, Terence, just like he said, man, he been battle tested before. Terence been through all the ups and downs in the ring. He's the Floyd Mayweather of this generation. Just the magnitude of this fight, maybe Terence is just not motivated enough.
Crawford has earned the right to fight only for history, not hype. He's not dodging Ennis, he's waiting for the right payday and legacy value. Because right now, fighting Boots isn't a big money fight, at least not yet. But skill-wise, it might be the toughest one out there. After defeating Canelo, the sport's biggest name, Crawford did what few thought possible. He unified 3 divisions, conquered 5 weight classes, and humbled one of boxing's biggest stars. That resume doesn't just make him great, it makes him legendary. So while Ennis is climbing, Crawford's standing firm, reminding everyone not to confuse potential with proof. Crawford versus Ennis isn't just another fight, it's a generational clash. Old school skill meets new school power. Experience versus youth. Legacy versus ambition. If it happens, whether at 160 or 168, it'll be one for the ages.
That's the fight that everybody wants to see.
Yeah.
I want to do it.
Do you respect him as like when he's like, I got a couple fights left, I'm at the end, I'm only trying to get mega fights, so.
I understand it, but don't lie or kept to the net and make it seem like I had the opportunity to fight you and I didn't. I never did. You know what I'm saying? And then that one time that I did, we said they called and we said you never heard nothing else back about it. So I mean, I respect it though. I mean, get your money. You know what I'm saying? Do your thing. But don't be capping on the net.
For now, Crawford's message is simple. He's not giving up the throne, not chasing fame, and not stepping aside. He's still defending his kingdom.
A fight that makes a whole lot of sense, and a fight that stylistically will be, oh my goodness, is a fight between Terence Crawford and Jaron Boots Ennis.
I don't think I think that's going backwards for Terence.
To that point, Jaron doesn't have the kind of accolades. He doesn't sell to the mass and all these. So this fight was perfect timing for both these guys.
Ennis will keep rising, likely facing bigger names at 154 like Sebastian Fundora or Carlos Adams. If he wins those, the pressure on Crawford will only grow. Meanwhile, Bud's considering his options. Rumors of fights with Gennady Golovkin, Janibek Alimkhanuly, or even a Canelo rematch are swirling. But one thing's certain, if Crawford and Ennis meet, it'll define an era. Because no matter how high Boots climbs, there's only one peak left to conquer, and that's Terence "Bud" Crawford.
Double fake to your left. Double fake to your right. Double fake to your left. You. Put your hand on your heart. Step back, rhythm. Step back, rhythm. Rhythm, y'all.
Still got some abs.
Double fake, double abs. Double fake.
So here's the real question. Is Jaron "Boots" Ennis truly ready to take on Terence Crawford? Or is Bud's warning a reminder that the throne isn't taken, it's earned? Drop your thoughts in the comments, like this video, and subscribe to Fight Field for more boxing talk. See you in the next one.
Is he better than Floyd Mayweather?
To me, he is because he challenges himself. So for me, don't get me wrong, Floyd ain't no bad fighter. Floyd is a hell of a sharp fighter, but I ain't gonna say he's a better fighter. I'm gonna say I just can appreciate it more because he challenges himself. You understand what I mean? Floyd never challenged himself. So if you tell me who I want to see, Floyd or Terence, I want to see Terence because Terence gonna challenge himself. Floyd may be a better fighter because Floyd is slick and Floyd really can fight. People know I don't underestimate Floyd's boxing ability. Floyd has great boxing ability. Floyd is one of the best ever, but Floyd just never challenged.
This is the situation, guys. No one has ever been a 4-division champion in boxing. Not a real one. Oh, Pacquiao won 8 and Oscar De La Hoya won 11 and this one won 15. No, I'm talking about Ring Magazine champ or lineal champ. You are the champion of that division.
Get them all.
Forever, the record was 3 by Henry Armstrong. Manny Pacquiao was the first dude to really win 4. Floyd gets credit for 4 for beating Canelo, but that wasn't at the junior middleweight limit. I don't count that. I don't count that. Terence Crawford just joined Manny Pacquiao as the only legit 4-division champion in the history of boxing. And he did it by jumping middle. He came lightweight, junior welter, Then he won a belt at junior middle, not the whole championship. And then skipped middle to fight Canelo Alvarez for the undisputed, for the Ring Magazine super middleweight championship of the world, and left no doubts, including with Canelo, who was all class after the fight but knew what had just happened.